Haskell. I live at 1016 West Ridge Drive. I have a daughter that attends the school district here. She has autism, and that is one of the reasons why I am here tonight to speak to you all. I appreciate your time allowing us to speak to you about the issue that occurred and the fallout that has happened here. What I'm going to ask you tonight is to disobey the unjust law that you have on your books. The reason the law is impossible to enforce the way that it is right now, the reason we have this instance that we did, is because the law that you have on your books is unjust. They are unjust because they are not built upon nature. Martin Luther King Jr. eloquently articulated in his letter from Birmingham jail that an unjust law is a human law that is not rooted in eternal law or natural law. Nature teaches us that we are biologically distinct individuals that serve different co-creative and sexual emotions. We have termed these male and female. These are incontrovertible facts of nature, and any attempt to deny or overturn this is a fundamental violation not only of human nature, but of the laws of nature itself. Therefore, a claim that a category such as transgenderism can exist creates a structure for injustice to occur, as we have clearly seen in this instance. The problem in what happened in March, according to the policies of the school district, is not that a transgender student is not permitted in the bathroom that does not accord with his biological sex. The problem is that a student did not obtain proper approvals prior to using a restroom not corresponding to their biological sex. The school cannot simultaneously affirm that there are both biological differences between males and females, while at the same time create a circumstance in which an individual can pass from one category to the next. Just as a white person cannot claim that he is a black individual, no matter how he may dress or whatever cosmetic alterations are taken to convince the world otherwise. That is where these new laws imposed on our students are unjust. These laws are harmful to students who reject the concept of gender fluidity, as though some abstract category other than biological sex exists. A 14-year-old woman who does not need to identify with her biological sex. It simply exists for her. She does not need to come to a realization about it. And for a young woman whose biological sex is a natural fact to be exposed to a biological male in an extremely private environment with the endorsement of the school, no less, is one of the highest forms of oppression that one can impose on a student. These laws harm students who claim to be transgender. May I continue? I have one last thing to add about autism in children and how this harms them. These laws harm special needs students. As the father and daughter of a daughter with autism, autistic children are particularly vulnerable because they are unable to articulate and voice their dissent to those who do not conform to their understanding.
If we're unable to voice our dissent, then why are so many of us here?